What if everything we thought we knew about Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and Kelly Rowland was a lie? Court documents are now claiming Jay-Z secretly fathered Kelly Rowland's son, Titan. If this is true, it's not just scandal, it's betrayal. A betrayal deep enough to destroy a marriage, fracture a sisterhood, and tear down Beyoncé's carefully built empire. Stay tuned, because the deeper this story goes, the more it feels like 2 decades of music history are being rewritten before our eyes. The internet went into meltdown when alleged court papers surfaced. Documents that should have stayed hidden forever. They claim Titan isn't Tim Witherspoon's child but Jay-Z's. For fans, this wasn't just a rumor. It was a bombshell. If true, it would mean one of the most powerful couples in pop culture has been living a double life. And people online are saying if this secret was hidden for a decade, what else has been hidden? And wait until you see the money trail tied to Titan's birth. Once you hear where Jay-Z's cash has been going since 2014, you'll understand why this rumor refuses to die. And here's the haunting part. Some fans believe Beyoncé has already been hinting at this in her past projects. What if the clues were there all along, hidden in plain sight? The internet is split right down the middle. Some dismiss it as another wild conspiracy. Others say the combination of leaked papers, viral photos, lyrics, and suspicious money trails can't just be ignored. And with silence from all sides, Beyoncé, Kelly, and Jay-Z, the speculation will only grow louder. So here's the question. Do you believe Titan is really Jay-Z's son? Or is this just another rumor the Carters will bury with silence and spectacle? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this story isn't over. If anything, it's just beginning. So far, Beyoncé has stayed silent, but silence is her greatest weapon. She rarely gives interviews. She doesn't rant online. Instead, she weaves symbolism into her art. Lemonade gave us infidelity confessions without naming names. Now fans are waiting. Will her next album or film secretly address Titan? Will she speak through visuals, metaphors, and lyrics, letting us piece together the truth? Because if history tells us anything, Beyoncé will never say it outright. She'll let the art do the talking. This isn't just another rumor. She's the flawless queen, the woman who survived betrayal and came out stronger. But if Jay-Z fathered Kelly's son, that image cracks wide open. Suddenly, Beyoncé isn't the woman in control. She's the woman blindsided. And for someone who built an empire on perfection, that may be the hardest blow of all. Old moments are now being re-examined with suspicion. Remember when Kelly left a dinner with Beyoncé and Jay-Z in tears? Fans once thought it was nostalgia, but now people see it as a crack in the facade. Every glance, every interview clip, every awkward red carpet encounter is being put under a microscope. Was Kelly silently carrying the weight of a truth too explosive to reveal? Tina Knowles has always acted as the matriarch of this family, publicly calling Kelly her daughter and presenting a united front. But fans now wonder if Tina knew more than she let on. Was she protecting Beyoncé's empire, shielding Jay-Z, and keeping Kelly silent? If true, then this isn't just about a husband's betrayal. It's about a family dynasty built on covering up secrets. And for Beyoncé, that would mean betrayal not just from her partner and best friend, but possibly from her own mother. And remember, this isn't the first time Jay-Z has been accused of fathering a secret child. Stick around, because the old cases being dragged back into the spotlight make this story even harder to dismiss. This isn't Jay-Z's first time facing allegations like this. Remember Ramir, the young man who spent years in court claiming Jay-Z was his father? The case dragged on through appeals and legal battles until it faded from the news. Now, in light of Titan's story, fans are revisiting those headlines and connecting dots. And then there are the old whispers about Jay-Z's blurred relationships with young female artists. Even Nas threw shade about it in his diss track. At the time, people brushed it off. But now, it paints a bigger picture, a pattern of secrecy, influence, and power plays that always seem to shield Jay-Z from consequences. This isn't just about Jay-Z and Beyoncé. It threatens Destiny's Child's entire legacy. For decades, fans believed Beyoncé, Kelly, and Michelle were unbreakable, bonded like sisters. But if Titan really is Jay-Z's son, then every smile, every stage embrace, every reunion photo suddenly feels different. What fans saw as sisterhood might have been a performance hiding an unbearable truth. And once that illusion breaks, it can never be restored. Was Kelly secretly airing out her pain while masking it as metaphor? Did she leave breadcrumbs about a love triangle the world refused to see? Sometimes the biggest clues are hiding in plain sight. Here's where it gets even harder to ignore. Were these generous gestures from a godfather, or carefully calculated hush payments designed to bury a scandal? The timing raises every possible eyebrow. If Jay-Z was paying regularly, how much did Beyoncé know? Was she silently complicit, or was she betrayed under her own roof for almost a decade? For years, Beyoncé has been seen as the queen of control. She built her brand on loyalty, perfection, and power. She forgave Jay-Z after publicized affairs, and even turned heartbreak into lemonade. But this is different. The thought of her closest friend, her sister, secretly carrying Jay-Z's child, cuts deeper than any past scandal. Sources claim Beyoncé feels blindsided, that the walls of her private kingdom are closing in. And fans are asking, how do you recover from betrayal that comes from both your partner and your best friend? Photos of Titan and Jay-Z are now viral. Side-by-side comparisons flood timelines. The jawline, the nose, the smirk. Some fans call it undeniable proof. Others argue it's coincidence. But one thing is certain. Once the internet believes a child looks like someone, that narrative is nearly impossible to erase. And for Beyoncé, whose public image is curated to perfection, this is the one storyline she cannot control. Fans are digging deeper, revisiting Kelly Rowland's 2013 track Dirty Laundry. At the time, critics praised it as raw honesty about abuse and struggle. But now, lyrics about betrayal, manipulation, and hidden truths are being reinterpreted as veiled confessions.